everyone out there. This week's Bollywood release, Raazi, is based on a novel called Calling Sema, which was written by Harinder Singh Sikka. This movie is essentially a spy thriller of an Indian girl who is married into the family of a military officer in Pakistan. So you can imagine. So while she's being an unassuming daughter-in-law in the Pakistani household, she's also leaking classified information back to her officers in India so that they can counteract Pakistani secret operations. Oh, and by the way, Raazi, for my non-Hindi speaking friends, it means consent or complying, which I think is very interesting given the scope of the movie. Anyways, let me discuss the plus and minus points for the movie. First of all, it does not delve into any kind of jingoism. Normally, Bollywood movies which have this kind of template use of over-the-top, chest-thumping, jingoistic dialogues and scenarios, that's not the case here. Raazi, most commendably, actually, does not infuse any kind of hate speech. It just shows the facts as they are, which is cool. I particularly liked, actually, the scene where the Pakistani household welcomes the girl Sema with open arms and don't raise any huge hue or cry over her being an Indian. Very, very cool. Also, there's good production values for this movie. The costumes department, art direction, all of it is apt. They hit it out of the park. It gives us really a feel of a bygone era, which I think is great. Also, and this goes without saying, there are superb performances by everyone. The notable mentions being Arif Zakaria and Alia Bhatt. Alia Bhatt is the crowning glory of Raazi, actually, if I were to actually be really upfront with this. I wouldn't say it's her, best performance or anything, but I did find her going like kind of a tad over the top in a few scenes. But having said that, out of the current generation, only she could have actually pulled off this role, and I really mean that. The company things which could have made the film a much better watch. Let me remind you, there may be a few light spoilers along the way, but there were a few things I thought could be a little better. First of all, the screenplay moves very conveniently to the comfort of the protagonist. It's like the spy girl is busy doing things on her own in the house. It's like clicking pictures, connecting cables and wires, things like that. No one notices. So that's a little like, okay. I mean, come on now. This is supposed to be a big family of one of the highest officials of the government, and there's no way, this like guarded mansion will not have security personnel and servants not getting a whiff of this girl snooping around or things going a little bit amiss. So that didn't really fly well to me. Also, there's a scene where an important police officer is killed instantly by poison that's injected in his body. And this case is hushed away. No family member even raises an objection. So that's also a little weird. And then also, last but not least, we see Indian intelligence coming easily to Pakistan, killing their officers in a public place by bombing them, and then returning to India. So it's like it was a piece of cake or something. Like it was no problem. This looked definitely harebrained to me, and that too, it's too much considering how tense things were back in 1971. So, look, if you're willing to go past the enormous cinematic liberties in this film that I've just mentioned, plus more, also the excessive taking for granted approach, Raazi is definitely a decent watch. If you want logic, probably won't find much, and for that reason, I'm going to give this movie a 3 out of 5. It's definitely above average because of Alia Bhatt's very, very, very fine act. So, there you go. Hopefully you get a chance to check it out soon. Take care.